In early 2003, the board of directors at LEGO sat in a room filled with silence. The numbers were catastrophic. The company was losing $1 million every single day. For the first time in its 70-year history, LEGO was facing total bankruptcy. The world thought the brick was dead. Video games like PlayStation and the rise of the internet were supposed to make plastic toys obsolete. LEGO had lost its way, trying to be everything to everyone, making clothes, jewelry, and video games. They had forgotten their soul. But this wasn't the first time the company had faced the abyss. To understand how LEGO made the greatest comeback in business history, we have to go back to a time before plastic, to a small workshop owned by a man who had lost everything, except a motto: only the best is good enough. Ole Kirk Christiansen was a master carpenter in the tiny village of Billund. But in 1932, the Great Depression hit Denmark like a hammer. No one wanted new houses. No one wanted expensive furniture. Ole's business collapsed. To make matters worse, his wife died, leaving him alone to raise 4 young sons in the middle of an economic wasteland. Desperate to give his sons something to smile about, Ole used his leftover wood scraps to carve a small duck. His sons loved it. Ole realized that even when adults stop buying houses, they never stop buying toys for their children. He renamed his business LEGO, a contraction of the Danish words leg godt, meaning play well. But tragedy was a frequent visitor to the Christiansen family. In 1942, during the height of World War II, a fire started in the workshop. In hours, Ole's entire life's work was reduced to ash. Most men would have surrendered, but Ole stood in the ashes and made a decision that would change the world. He didn't just rebuild, he looked toward the future. In 1947, he saw a new invention from Britain, a plastic injection molding machine. It cost a fortune, more than a year's profits. Ole bought it. He was the first in Denmark to own one. For years, the plastic bricks were a failure. Shop owners hated them. Plastic toys will never replace wooden ones, they told Ole's son, Gottfried. And they were right. The early bricks sucked. They didn't have clutch power. You'd build a house and it would fall apart if a fly landed on it. Ole died in 1958, never knowing if his plastic dream would survive. Gottfried took over, obsessed with one question: how do we make them stick? One day, Gottfried had a breakthrough. He added tiny tubes inside the hollow bricks. This was the birth of the stud and tube system. Now, the bricks didn't just sit on top of each other, they locked. This click is the most expensive sound in the toy industry. It's a precision of 0.002 millimeters. Gottfried then did something legendary. He created the system of play. He decided that every LEGO brick should be compatible with every other brick, forever. A brick from 1958 still clicks perfectly into a set from 2026. This wasn't a toy anymore. It was a universal language. By the late 1990s, LEGO was a global giant. But they were getting arrogant. They thought they were smarter than the brick. They began hiring creative designers who didn't understand LEGO. They started making specialized parts that could only be used for one specific toy. If you bought a LEGO helicopter, the pieces couldn't be used to build anything else. They opened massive Legoland theme parks that bled money. They launched LEGO-branded clothing and even a line of watches. They were trying to compete with Mattel and Hasbro by being cool, but they were just becoming generic. By 2003, they were $800 million in debt. The company was ready to be sold to the highest bidder. But the Christiansen family refused to let go. They hired a man who wasn't a toy guy, Jorgen Vig Knudstorp, a former McKinsey consultant. Jorgen's strategy was simple and brutal. We are going back to the brick. He sold the theme parks. He shut down the jewelry and clothing lines. He cut the number of unique Lego pieces from 13,000 down to 6,000. He told the designers, if you want to be creative, do it with the classic brick, or you're fired. Jorgen realized something the previous management had missed. Lego had a secret army. AFOLs, adult fans of Lego. For decades, the company had ignored them, thinking Lego was only for kids. Jorgen embraced them. He started the Lego Ideas program, where fans could submit their own designs. He leaned into massive, expensive sets for adults, the Colosseum, the Titanic, Star Wars. Then came the holy grail of marketing, licensing. By partnering with Star Wars, Harry Potter, and Marvel, Lego became a collector's dream. They weren't just selling plastic, they were selling playable nostalgia. They launched the Lego Movie in 2014. It was a 90-minute commercial that cost $60 million to make and earned $468 million at the box office. People actually paid to watch an ad, and they loved it. Lego had become the world's most powerful brand, surpassing Ferrari and Disney in brand strength. Today, Lego is the largest toy company in the world. Every second, 1,300 Lego pieces are manufactured. If you stacked all the Lego bricks sold in a year end to end, they would circle the Earth 10 times. The story of Lego is a reminder that in business, you can't build the future if you forget your foundation. Ole Kirk Christiansen's workshop burned down 3 times. He lost his wife, his money, and his health. But he never compromised on the click.
Lego didn't survive because they became high-tech. They survived because they remembered that a simple plastic brick, in the hands of a child or an adult, is the most powerful tool for imagination ever created.
But now I want to hear from you. What was that one Lego set from your childhood that you'll never forget? Or are you one of those adult fans who still has a massive collection hidden in the basement? Let us know in the comments below. I read as many as I can. If you found this deep dive inspiring, do us a huge favor. Smash that like button and subscribe to the channel. It really helps us tell more stories of the world's most iconic brands. And if you want to know how another massive company almost went bankrupt before changing the world, click right here to watch our video on the rise of Airbnb, or Red Bull. Thanks for watching, and as Ole Kirk would say, leg got. Play well. See you in the next one.